Welcome everyone. Welcome to the Home Theater Hub number 36. Hope everybody had a good week. Mr. Paul, what's going on, sir?
Oh, not much. I just finished packing, getting ready to go camping again this weekend, like
Oh,
I
nice.
usually. So,
Where are you going? You going to go back to Colorado again?
no, we're just doing our local trip down to Eureka and paddleboard on Beaver Lake, which is a really clean, one of the cleanest inland lakes in the U.S. Like they actually do diving there. It's so clean.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
it's pretty fun. Yeah, we do paddleboarding and stuff like that, and we know a couple people that own some breweries down there in Hollister, Missouri, Turkey Creek Brewery. Those guys are really good people, and we also know some people that own a brewery in Eureka called Gotta Hold Brewery, which is actually the best brewery in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. But that's basically where we'll be staying. So. Other
Nice.
than that, I haven't done any movie watching or anything. I did buy a new couch that I haven't got put together yet, so that's
You got the
going in the
love
future.
sack?
No, it's similar except not $5,000.
Yeah,
It's
that's always
it's
good.
yeah, it's a six-piece sectional that can form into a full like three section like lounge, like full whatever you call it, chase all together. Like it looks like a queen bed basically whenever you put it all together, and then you can form it to either a left or a right handed, or you can go straight across and have a 14 feet 6 inch or 14 feet 4 inch row of 5 seats wide. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool couch.
That's
So
awesome. Does it have a space to install a 12-inch subwoofer right on the back of it?
dude, there is literally a hole that big in the bottom of each one of them that you zip up to keep the bugs, to keep the bugs and spiders out, that you can unzip, that you totally will fit a gigantic sub in each one. It's where they tied the box for the legs for each one of the. And I was like, that's the first thing I was like, oh my god, you can put like the biggest sub in each one of these things. So that was kind of humorous. I was like, okay, well, I don't know that I'll do that, but I know there's plenty of room.
Get you some serious near field going on there.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I was
One
thinking.
Then
one per bottom.
if you guys couldn't tell, Mr. Ike's moving all around the place here. He's on vacation, so he's joining us remote with his phone. Mr. Ike, what's going on, sir?
I know, right? Like Paul said, and Paul said he's going to one of the cleanest beaches in America. I feel like I'm at one of the dirtiest ones, but no, I love it. We're out on, chill. I don't know if you can see my background, but we're out here on Galveston Beach, Texas. We just
Nice.
got here, spent time together with the family, and you know, rented a house right down by the lake. So out here fishing and getting bit by mosquitoes.
Oh,
So
okay.
yep, yeah, I had to dial in and you know join in on the fun. So, but good to see everyone, man. How you doing, Adrian?
Not bad. Happy to be back. It's been a while.
I
Yeah,
know.
it's been a
It's,
while since you've been on, so
Yeah. Life, gets in the way at times.
yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, we definitely
Uh,
yeah,
understand that. How have you
yeah.
been? What you been up to on your channel?
um, it's been Kaleidescape, I guess, mostly, and it wasn't planned to be. I've been working on other stuff. I haven't posted it yet, but I bought the new DM30 like center channel speaker for the theater. The new flagship home theater
Yeah.
center from Definitive,
Mm-hmm.
and tested it out against my CS9080, the original the older flagship,
Mm-hmm.
and it is big, man. This thing is huge. There's some surprises when I tested it, a little less bass, but it was rated at less. I think Definitive that they started rating their stuff a little more like closer to reality, you could say, more recently. Um, even though it's still pretty good, don't get me wrong, but it's just not as bassy as the old one, which kind of surprised me, to be honest. But it's not like a crazy difference.
Now, does
But
that one
again,
have
it's
the
an international
radiators
speaker.
in the top also, just like the other
It,
ones?
it does. It has 2 passive radiators, but they're smaller in diameter. So they're okay. So there's an 8-inch sub, 2 8-inch passive radiators, and the original one had an 8-inch sub and like a 10 to 12-inch passive radiator. So it was like a bigger diameter radiator. So it's probably a similar surface area. If you do the whole, I don't know, I didn't do the calculation or anything, but I like it. Looks better in here. One thing that kind of bummed me out about it was the fact that they changed the cloth material. It's like a charcoal as opposed to black, so it doesn't.
Okay.
It's not an exact match. But whatever. It's bigger. It's a bigger center, and I like it. It's blending well with the rest of the speakers.
Is that something that you think you could change maybe if you really wanted to?
No, this sock it's not a sock. It's just not removable. You can't remove this thing. It's not you dim the lights, you really can't see the difference. It's just like when I have a light shining right on it, so it just looks a little a hair grayer, you could say, like a dark charcoal versus black.
Okay.
Other than that, I've been doing. Sorry, go ahead.
So it's not terrible.
No, it's not too bad. I've
Very
also
good.
been doing dabbling a little more in 3D stuff. I discovered this new software that is like the holy grail of 3D conversion done at home. It's called Owl 3D. I don't know if you've heard of it.
No, I've not heard
It's
of that.
it's I don't know why, because this thing is incredible. It literally takes first of all, there's a couple of caveats. It takes over a day to process one of these video, and that this is using a 12-core CPU and a RTX 3060.
So you're
Running,
rendering a
I'm
regular.
rendering. This is
You're
like
turning a
legit.
2D into a 3D.
Correct. So
Oh,
I made.
nice.
It's legit. It blew my mind. The stuff that I did before, that I actually made a video about 3D recently. It's like a toy. It's not. It's crap. I almost want to take it out of my video, because this is the real deal. The stuff is that you get out of it. You get real depth. You get like pop out. I made I made a Super Mario Brothers you can't get that on 3D, so I made a
Right.
Super Mario movie version, and I showed it to my daughter, and she's like, it looks incredible. It like blew her mind. I did Terminator 2. Never had a 3D version, which is kind of cool. Did a couple of concerts. I did the new Queen concert. The one that just it's been out for a while, let's be honest. That Rock Montreal concert was out on Blu-ray a decade ago, but now it's on 4K, and I don't know if everybody saw that. Everybody's heard about it. If you're into Queen, then it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I did what's another one? I did another. I've done a couple, like a handful of them, and they're great. It just take a long time, but it's really good. And if you're into 3D, and I'm gonna
I
make.
love 3D.
I haven't made a video about it, but you need some serious horsepower to do it. It would consume. You wouldn't be able to use your PC, or you need
I
a
got
real.
this 34 core iMac. It's the
Oh, what's
one of the
that?
top iMacs. What you got there, Paul? Okay.
Oh, cool.
You're on mute, Paul.
Yeah, I got Dr. Ginger Ale.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Sorry, it's new. I haven't drank from this
Okay.
brewery, Drecker,
Uh-oh.
and it's a
Ike's
Sunday
got
sour.
that glossy look too.
Yeah, I bet
had
you his
to
is
I had
more
to zoom all the
spirits.
way down. So, yeah,
Enjoy.
I got some.
Yeah. So this
Some Jamaican
the 3D
rum for
software is great. It's $10 a month. It's totally worth it.
Wow.
But you need serious horsepower and
Like I said, I
you
got
need,
this 34 core. You know, I the Pro new laptop that they got. So it's like just
you mean the Mac? Like
yeah,
it's a Mac. Okay,
MacBook
I don't
Pro.
know.
I wonder how it would do.
I I think they do support Mac. I think you can download this. Obviously, I'm a PC guy, but I think they do have Mac.
That would
But
be
there's a
awesome.
couple of tricks. I'm gonna make a video about it eventually. I'm not in. I'm
What's it
trying
called
to.
again?
It's called Owl 3D, and I wish they had an affiliate program, but I haven't seen one, and I don't
Owl
think they do.
3D,
It's sort of
like
obscure.
the
You
bird.
can render 3D for like I think it's more for the headset scene, but you can also do side by side video, which is obviously you can't do frame. Never figured out a way to do frame packing of my own, which would be great, but um, you can do side by side, and the trick is you gotta obviously you got to convert. And if you're doing an HDR video, you got to convert it to SDR, because 3D doesn't. There's no home theater standard for HDR right now. There never was, and there never probably never will be. So there's sort of it's a little tedious, and the whole process will take you a while. So if you're starting from an HD Blu-ray file, you got to upscale it to 4K first,
Okay.
and then you can run it through the Owl 3D, and it's going to take you 40 plus hours to do. One took me 40, almost 2 days, 2 days and a little bit longer, but the results are legit, like some of the best. Like you could put this in front of, you could show this in a theater, nobody would even blink an eye that it's not the real deal, or at least it's because most 3D is converted these days anyway. The only guy that does like real native 3D is James Cameron,
Right.
and he's the only guy. I think Hugo was in real 3D, the Martin Scorsese movie from back in the day. I don't know if Gravity
I'm not
was,
sure if that was or not.
but that's
I
it.
mean, some of these, I mean, it's crazy how they can really get the image to pop off the screen. You know what I mean? Just
yeah.
it's with the depth of field and stuff like that.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, I think a professionally graded disc would probably be better overall. Like
Right.
the disc gets you about 80 to 90% there, and it's something. Obviously, they're not making discs anymore. I haven't
And
heard of any like.
does that convert it to passive or what's the other
No,
one?
it's still active. You
It's
need
still active.
it's still. I mean, it would convert it to however your projector. However your projector works. Most of them are active.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever heard of a passive projector. I don't know. Maybe you guys have, but I haven't heard of one. I think they're all active as far as
Yeah.
I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know how they do it in the theaters though, because I don't know if they use two projectors. I really don't know. I almost wish I could interview like a projectionist. That'd be kind of cool.
Nice. Yeah. So
But yeah, that's it.
that's it for your channel. But I look forward to seeing that 3D video. So I mean, I'm very interested in that.
I may put like a little sample in my video, maybe towards the end, of like side by side that you can theoretically, because you can tell your projector to like go into side by side mode manually. So you could play the YouTube video and just go into side by side mode, and you can see it. I may do that. See, maybe edit a couple of short scenes so I don't get don't get like copyrighted,
Right.
obviously. Or maybe I'll just like do the video and take out the audio kind of thing, So, but I can do that,
Or something like that. I've seen people do that.
Mm-hmm. So who got the V? Anybody got the V or?
Yeah.
Hey, but quickly before we go there, man, let's
Oh,
just
I'm
give a
sorry.
quick
Sorry. Okay. No, I don't want
give
to
a
jump the gun.
quick chat, man.
I'll show
Siphonics
you. I'll
audio.
show you the goods.
Alanis, Eric is in the chat. Rich is in the chat. Siphonics audio. Victor, Charlie B. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to everyone who's watching in the chat. And but yeah, somebody has the V, and it ain't me. You know, full disclaimer. I have one, but it's not the V's, and um, I don't know. Don, are you able to share? Because I know we were struggling with the screen share for you. And
Yeah, I'm not. I'm trying to do something here. Let's see if I can.
Just post a link and then I can share, obviously.
yeah, let Paul. I don't know,
Let's
because I
see
always see
here.
the
Oh,
background.
someone's
You're,
sharing.
you're
That's
seeing the
not me.
background now. Yeah, I'm trying
I
to.
could see like a meadow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
so
is.
whatever you.
We were having problems with
I
sharing
see
my
I
screen
see wine
earlier. So
country right there. That's what I
Yes,
see.
there you go.
I
On
see
the chat
grapes.
is the chat is saying your mic is low, Don. Do you want to check
my
that
mic
out?
is low.
Yeah, Rich said that, and Eric says it sounds muffled. So
Says
not sure what's.
muffled. I'm turned all the way up on my gain.
I just
It sounds
think
good on my mobile device though, but I'm not
I
sure.
think he talks soft. I think that's all that is. I think I'm
Let
always
me get
annoying.
closer here. How's that sound, guys?
It sounds good on my mobile device, but Eric
Yeah,
is in his
I didn't
theater.
notice, but yeah, maybe there's. Uh,
Sound better? Check one, check two, check.
I mean, they would
That's
have to
great.
tell you.
You sounded great to me. Like
Okay.
you sound.
Yeah, Eric or Rich. He says it's better when you get close, but that thing looks like it's less than 2 inches from
Yeah, I just
your face.
just
So,
got pretty close there. So
hey,
let's
Eric,
see.
Eric said you got weak bass, man.
Mhm.
So you be able to do a full screen share of that, man. I don't know why it's not working. It's just annoying, man. If
Yeah.
you can, if you can share it on there, you should be able to do a full screen share.
Well, I have it called in like well, this is like a second camera here, so I just called
Okay,
this in as the
so
second.
you'll be able to share it on the guest. Look for
Yeah.
the screen share. It says guest screen share full. It's like it says guest share full, something like that.
I got Paul
Oh,
there.
no, that's
no,
not for guest.
Let me
oh,
try. Let
that's
me
my
just do
second.
this.
There's one that says guest full screen share, something like
That's my
that.
potato. That's my potato can.
That's your potato cam.
Nobody want to
Yeah.
see Paul's face. No. Nah, man. Paul got fans, man. Go sign up for his OnlyFans, Eric. Uh, there should be one that says guest screen share 6. If you scroll down, you should be able to find it.
Yeah, it's Paul's thing.
No, it has the number 6 on it. Paul is permanent on guest share 2.
yeah. There's a share on another one. Yeah.
I don't
There
know.
is the number 6
You
on
guys
it.
are screwing me up here. I had this thing figured out.
That,
There you
that's it now.
go.
At the very top, there should be one that says guest.
Hey
Guest
guys,
screen.
I had a
So
question. How do you comment? There's no comment like for like if you
yeah,
You
wanted to
have
talk
to
unfortunately,
to.
you
go
have to
to the
comment on the actual YouTube channel.
Yeah,
That's what I was.
I'm
sure.
about to fire this eCam because I can't
I know,
stand it.
man. I feel
It's
you,
That's
it's
brother.
fine. I mean, I'm not complaining. I was just
I
curious.
am.
Okay.
well, and I'm not.
I
I just
on
don't like the
vacation.
fact that it's not, you know, integrated. That's
When,
which I don't know. That's how they all work. Maybe I don't know.
when
Yeah.
Ike is on vacation, man, everything just,
It
just
does
works
work
as
a little
expected.
bit better. It's kind of.
Well,
I have a feeling this is kind of like hanging drywall.
well,
You
the
gotta
thing is
you gotta take
that
it
No,
it's set up
one
for Ike's
sheet.
computer because he sent me over his profile,
no,
so everything is
it,
set up for his computer.
it's
Uh,
PC agnostic, right? So, but Paul, check this, check the scenes, right? Done. There should be one that says guest screen share 6. It specifically has the number 6 at the end of it. You should be able to click on that and share. So if you go through all the scenes, it's probably somewhere at the top. It has guest and it has a number 6.
I don't know,
And if
man.
you,
I'm just
it's
going to
right there.
highlight on my camera, and that'll be that.
No, because
Well,
I want everyone to enjoy this. Look, you already have it pulled up, right? There is a bigger screen share feature
Oh,
that
maybe if you
yeah.
zoom, you might have to zoom in or zoom out on a Mac. Sometimes whenever you zoom in and out, it hides a bunch of the stuff that's on the screen. So make
So
sure that you're not
so
zooming in.
so don't use the my screen share. Look for the one that says guest screen share. Those are two. The my screen share is you sharing your desktop. That's what you're doing right now. There's one that says guest screen share. Exactly. So switch that to switch. So you see, I think you assigned Paul to the wrong spot. So that is
Well, the
where the
second Paul. I have two Pauls.
yeah. So
Yeah.
switch. So click on the edge of that frame and change it. There you go.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
look for the one that says guest screen share 6 or guest screen share and switch it.
so really, all I
But we
need
can
guest
this
screen
one.
share for this one.
Use that. Use the 4. At least you only have 4
Yeah,
people on the screen. Use
yeah,
that.
yeah. Let me do
There's
that.
even one for screen share 2 that will give you a bigger image to use.
All right.
I'll figure out how to get my Google Chrome to work on my.
Oh, I gotta get Paul on it, man. Paul, we gotta put you on.
Yeah, yeah. You're gonna have
You,
to set
yeah,
time.
All right.
um. Now I
yeah,
was
but
looking at this Al 3D thing, and it I cannot see 3D. I have a lazy eye, so
Oh,
I'm
okay.
blind in my left eye. But the convert video to VR would be really cool, where you could like look around and stuff like that,
Yeah, you
or
could do
watch
that.
videos in VR.
You can there you can do a number of different formats, including YouTube format. I tried that. I don't know what the difference is, but I know um, there's definitely different options. Like I think it's like more popular the software with like the VR crowd. You know, for guys that have like
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
Their Quest headsets. Uh, you know, you can make you know I did it by mistake. I was experimenting in the very beginning, and I chose side by side, but it wasn't half side by side, and it turned out to be like more of a VR. It when I put it on my projector, it looked really bad. It was like all
man,
squished.
you got Paul on full screen, man. Change that. Click on the edge, change that, and select guest 6. There
I'm
you
just gonna
go.
There we
go with
go.
this.
Perfecto. See, you got good at this
Right,
stuff, man.
widescreen.
Well,
It
this thing
just
can
reminds
catch
me of my
more.
IM processor, man. Trying to figure that thing out. Never works, but
It's not a screen share.
gotta
This
love
is
it.
a camera feed. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's his camera feed. He
yeah,
doesn't
that's what
know
I'm saying.
how to change from guest
we
to
spent 20
guest
minutes
screen
trying
share.
to get my computer to do a screen share.
Yeah, so let's
So
talk about
we're gonna
this
keep on going on. We're gonna move on
box.
here.
What is this? What is this brown box you got going on
So we got the Kaleidescape
Brown,
V.
brown paper bag, man.
here?
I'm just gonna go
Nothing
before
too
that fucking
fancy with
crap.
this. It's let me go ahead and bring my mic over here in case nothing too
Is this
fancy with this.
opening for the first time,
This
or
is
yeah, it looks
I
sealed.
need the
popping it
address.
open for the first time. So let's do an
You
unboxing
better
here.
address so you don't start getting love mails.
Hey, I'm hoping somebody wants to send me something.
How's sales? Any sales of these? You know, what's the market looking like? Are
So
they moving
I know
or
they're moving. Me personally, I have not sold one yet, but I
okay?
haven't really publicized that that I'm selling these. But so if you would like to purchase,
Have you not called Jonathan once? I mean, come on. He would buy one of these in a millisecond.
Jonathan's thinking about one for to take to the islands.
That's
so yeah, I talked to him about
I
it.
didn't give any details. I was just
You mean to
So,
leave
yeah,
there? Or
Hey,
go back and
move
forth?
but his biggest thing is to take to the islands. He don't
move it
spend
a
time
little.
in the house when he's at the islands.
that.
Right.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of the same way. It's
Yeah.
like
Hey, move it a little bit to the left, right? Done.
Yeah.
To the left.
There you go.
Keep going.
A little more. A
going.
little more.
Keep going.
Perfect.
there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at that.
perfect.
It's
Oh
nice
my
and centered
gosh.
now.
You
Perfect.
almost have it perfect.
Hey, look, Jeff is about to pull. Is about to pull on one, man.
Yeah. I talked to Jeff too. So I reached out. Well, he reached out. So yeah, I mean, I am a Kaleidescape dealer. If you'd like to send me an email to Horizon Theater 2020 at gmail.com, and I'll get back with you and we can discuss it. Get you set up into the right player, because honestly, this Strato V is not the player for everyone. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of limitations. Not saying that's a bad thing, but there are a lot of limitations with this particular unit, that if you have an older Kaleidescape unit and you're trying to pair it, if you don't have a server and you're trying to use it with a Strato S, it won't work. It acts as a standalone unit. So there's just a bunch of different stuff. So before you just hit, buy on somebody's website, I highly suggest that you talk to a dealer about it. Jeremy from Tech Enthusiasm, he put out a fantastic video yesterday about it too.
I'm glad you're saying that, man, so people know that we're not shilling on the channel, right? Because at some point it feels like we're a Kaleidescape shill, but it's good that you're saying that
well, I
so
mean,
people
Don
really
is,
know.
but there's nothing wrong with that.
It,
He
it,
admits it. I mean,
yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that.
but
I mean, hey, you know,
Yeah, I mean,
it's
look,
so my question, just to clarify, because you talked limitations, but as a new, never interested in Kscape, if I was interested in this to get new releases in my personal home theater, for like parties or whatever, that would I need to buy anything else?
This is
No.
it. Standalone unit.
That's because I think John Anthony had mentioned that, and I was like, okay, I like that perspective, because to me that is 100% makes sense.
Yep.
Just because, and I'm not trying to, I mean, I am dogging on Kscape, but the price to store movies is literally 3,000%, I think, for
Kaleidescape
storage.
is not your storage device.
Yeah.
I've preached that for the longest time, right?
But
if
at the
you
same
have
time,
a huge collection,
hey, I'm not. For some people, it is, because they don't want to, if you don't know the difference. If you don't know the difference between a DAS and a NAS, you save up for a Kscape.
if you're coming from Plex and you got 1,000, movies or whatever, this is not your storage solution, unless of course you have money just to throw at it, because it's going to be.
It is the most convenient way to get a digital library. And but other than that, but this, to me, and I'm not even a Kscape guy, it still doesn't quite fit my use case. But this is, I think, has answered every one of everyone's complaints. It's less than half price. It gives you instant access. You can collect digital movies. Sure, you don't have the poster wall or whatever, but they can work on that. And we had all mentioned it, and it probably will. I mean, frankly, I think they should just do a web API to a website instead of having any of that locally, and cache the just the posters locally.
This is a fantastic. So those of you that don't know, Kaleidescape allows you to rent the movie, and it's
Yep.
$8 to rent the movie. And then
When
if
they're
you do,
older, when they're newer, they're like 20 to 30. You know, they're
yeah,
expensive.
like stuff that's still in the theater. Yeah,
Yeah. After that, it gets cheaper. Yeah. It's
right.
the $8 is the yes. It's $8.
Yeah. So, and the good thing is, if you decide to purchase that movie, they actually give you half of your rental fee back towards the movie, right? So, I really feel this particular box is not for the collector. It's for the person that's going to rent the movie. It's for the person that is not going to watch a movie 13 times, right? It's for the person that likes to get movies earlier, like you said, Paul. When because a lot of times
That's how I do it.
a lot of times you'll have new releases come out on digital but not on physical, right? Right now there's Horizon. I think Despicable Me 4 will be out on digital next week. It's still in the
Really?
theater. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I pre-ordered it 4 weeks ago.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's got to be coming.
Yeah, the kids are going to be stoked for
And you
that.
can have basically is what it is you can still collect movies, but it would only be in the cloud, and you would have to have
Correct.
gig internet and have 10 movies in the hop.
So
In
those
the
of you
hop.
that didn't watch Jeremy's stream yesterday from Tech he was on for about 3 hours going over everything, and it's something that I plan on making a video on also. But he went through. He downloaded 109 gigs Endgame.
Yeah,
It took
I think
him
I saw
16
that.
minutes to download the 109 gigs, and then it also downloaded all the extras and everything else too. So it wasn't very long for 100 and some gigs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and what
Most
internet?
movies are.
Has
He had
gig
1 gig.
internet speed?
1
Okay.
gig.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
that's
he's
He was
pretty
getting.
good.
He was averaging about 850. You know, so other movies were downloading in 13 minutes, 10 minutes. Look, that's enough time for you to go ahead and
make some
make
popcorn.
some popcorn or like you said, whatever you want to do. Because
Go to the facilities one last time.
yeah,
You know,
one thing that me and my wife do when we used to watch on Vudu all the time, just rent movies from Vudu, and we would look at the previews. So we look at the previews and we choose right there. So this is a solution for you as long as you have a fast enough internet. It's a solution for you to do the same thing and get, the a very good lossless file. I'm not going to say it's better than the HD 4Ks. Some movies may be, but most of them are not.
negligible. Anything.
I'm
I.
sorry.
It's probably negligible. The
Right.
difference.
Well,
Mo-
even my thing is let's just say it is. Let's just say it's way better. Okay, well, you have to have $100,000 projector or TV to be able to
Mm-hmm.
perceive the difference
Yeah.
anyway. So, who's that for?
But
But
now with I recently had a commenter who said something about like why, because I in the video I made recently I mentioned Dolby Vision is backwards compatible, that you can always go back to the HDR10 base layer, even if you're watching a Dolby Vision file, which a lot of discs come in Dolby Vision. And he mentioned that I don't know where he got this information, it's completely like hearsay, but he mentioned that the files that they're using are some profile Adobe Vision that aren't backwards compatible with HDR10, making them that, because I was saying I was trying to download like an HDR10 version, no, Adobe Vision version, and play it back because I felt like it should it should go down to HDR10 like it would be like would on a disc. But
So
apparently
you have to download 2
you
versions.
can't download it. It just doesn't let you. So I tried.
So my camera just told me that it was.
Here, I gotta plug my computer in.
in the meantime, Eric is basically we all know this, and it's always going to be a factor, right? I mean, if you are paying for cloud, at any time they can take it away. We've seen it recently with Disney, with PlayStation. Licenses get lost, licenses and agreements get moved
Well,
around. I mean,
here's the thing with Kaleidescape.
it's a thing. It's a thing. I mean,
If you own the license and that particular studio decides to take it from Kaleidescape, you still get it.
Yeah.
It's still in your collection.
You can't buy it anymore going
You
forward.
just, whomever hasn't purchased it, it won't be available in the store for them any further.
yeah, yeah. So but I think they're talking about what if Kscape or Kaleidescape
If it goes
loses
belly
their
up, then
ability.
whatever's on
Yeah.
your hard drive is what you own.
Yeah. So for this, you would have your 10 favorite movies, hopefully, and then sorry,
Yeah.
but I mean that's with that's with anything. Apple, Netflix, Hulu,
Yeah,
Disney. It's
and
all that way.
to add to it, Paul, I think a lot of us who ask that particular "what if K-skip goes away" questions, majority of us are already into the whole RIP MKV. We already have the 4K disc, right? I like to think the majority of us,
We're physical
yeah,
collectors. We collect.
yeah, feel like
Yeah,
brand new to the
we
game,
collect
right?
still
Now,
books.
yeah, I
We
can
do.
understand if you're brand new to the game,
Yeah,
but
you know.
majority of that tend to ask these questions. You already have 2018 40 terabytes of movies, right? To the point that even if Kscape goes away, it's I don't think you're going back and buying movies from 1996 on your Kscape. If you buy a Kscape, if you've owned a Kscape, you probably own movies that are recent. Movies that, yes, you might take the L by if they go away, but you're not losing 20 terabytes. I would hope, that you're not losing 20, 30, 40 terabytes of movies, right?
Right.
You're only going to lose maybe the movies that you bought in the last couple of years, which I think that a lot of people will probably have them on Kscape and might even have them on disc.
Well, the thing is, if they lose the license, they would Kscape the company, their servers would all be down. And they have said that before. They said whatever you have
Mm-hmm.
on your local storage. So if you have the big storage device, which, for people that are collecting on that, 92 terabytes, that's a lot of movies. I mean, that's
I
more
mean,
Yeah,
look,
now.
2000,
but
I
I
think.
think that you wouldn't be able to buy new ones though, because
yeah,
that's one of the draws for
it,
but,
it's a valid
but
question,
my point,
but
my
same
point,
it
thing
is.
no,
happens with Sony or what
my point,
other.
my
How long
point
have
is
they been around? Like 20 years? 25?
what, yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I still think it's risky, even if I'm a Kscape, you know, even if I've been in Kscape for 10 years, I still want I still think it's a risky proposition, right? If you rely entirely on it
Right.
for your buy stuff.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
not.
look at what
That's
happened with
that's yeah.
Rip.
It's
And the
more of
thing,
an industry question because to me, I get it. You don't want people you don't want one movie to sell and then that person give it to 20 or 500 of their friends. But with everything being so, you know, streaming nowadays anyways, and that's where most people consume it. Well, for people that are collecting nowadays, why don't you just provide a digital copy right on the dang disc already? Because
yeah,
if it becomes inconvenient for a user, that's why pirating exists. They're not the people aren't out there. Oh, I'm just going to pirate everything. Yeah, sure, there are a percentage of those people that are just, oh, I'm not going to pay for any of it. But the reality is, most of this stems from, well, shit, I can't watch it, or it's a convenience factor. It's like, well, yeah, I want to be able to watch it whenever, wherever I'm at. I don't want to be like, over at my friend's house and they're like, oh man, I haven't seen this new movie. Oh man, I haven't watched either. I bought it, but hold on, let me drive 200 miles back to my house and then come back and we get nope. I've already got it ready to go. I can watch it
yeah.
anywhere, and it's a
And I
convenient
think
thing for me.
And I think it depends on also your movie watching habits, right? Because I've had one in the house for 3 weeks right now. And can anybody guess how many movies I've actually watched on it? Like, like I feel like your movie
Have you
watching.
watched one? I would be surprised if you've watched one.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say, right? And I don't even know if I'm saying that because I have it in for review. But it's like I have watched a couple of movies, right? But if you're not, it's one of those things that you can have, and except if you have this type of habit where you're watching a movie every other night, it can possibly be in your home theater rack, and you might not even use the damn thing. So you have to think about what your moving watching habit is,
Yeah.
right? It's not really about having the best quality, but if you have the best quality, but the only time you even get to watch a movie is like once every 2 weeks or 2 or 3 times every 2 weeks, then 4 grand might not be really worth it for you.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Unless
Yeah,
you,
but
and
if
Kevin
but
says consider my comment earlier.
yeah,
Kaleidescape was weeks away from deleting people's libraries. Look, that I don't worry about, and the reason I say that, there's a lot of companies that file bankruptcy in this country
yeah,
that have come back and and are very doing very well for themselves. So look, you take it how you want to take it. If you don't want to purchase the Kaleidescape because you feel
yeah,
it's a
don't buy it.
risk, then don't buy
Yeah,
it, right?
yeah,
no, I
But
agree.
I can tell you, and I've preached this on this channel and on my channel, I've preached this for the longest time, that it's the best experience that I have when watching a movie. It's the
It is
most
great.
convenient, and the thing works every time I turn it on. I don't have to worry about ripping the disc.
yeah,
I don't have to
yeah.
worry about if I'm gonna make MKV versus BDMV because I don't have enough
Well,
storage.
I was watching
That,
Dune 2 on my actual player, and it
that
wouldn't
I
finish after chapter 16.
that
You
I
mean
can agree with because in the
stop
last couple
playing?
of
You said.
before, before we left home, I was ripping a bunch of discs, and I know
Hmm.
how frustrating it was trying to rip, especially 4K discs, right? Because Paul and Don, you guys know, I kept reaching out, and I was even way more frustrated, but I didn't want to reach out because I just didn't want to be the butt of the jokes with the
Hmm.
whole thing. But that's why I say it depends on your habits, right?
Hmm.
Like Don says, it just works. But
Yep.
if you're not the type that sits back and watches 2 or 3, 4 movies a week, or if you don't have a well-established NAS setup, many of us have 40, 50, 60 terabytes of data. This may not improve your movie experience in your home theater beyond 50%. So it may not be worth it for you. But if you're brand new into it, there's nothing better. It just works. I turned that thing on and I watched Dune 1,
Hmm.
Part 1, Part 2, and it just works.
Oh
Man,
yeah.
Yeah.
Rip
So
4K
Eric says,
is stressful.
Kaleidescape is an amazing product. Not not denying that. Says if 4K was trivial, I would have that in my space all day. Look, I
The
understand
main,
it's not for
but
everyone.
Yeah.
We
it's not,
understand that.
Yeah.
The
it's not,
price point is not for everyone.
but
Um,
some of us have in-wall speakers and LCRs that are worth more than $4,000. To me, the way I look at it is, I think if your home theater is at a certain price point, the Kscape fits into it.
yeah.
I
Because home
agree.
theater specific, and I don't want to put a price point, but you know what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
If your if your home theater is where your center channel is $2,000, that's just the center channel, and your surround back and your surround left at $1,500.
Hmm.
Many of us have that. It
Yeah.
fits right in, right?
It's
And
how you want to spend your money, right? I mean, look,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
Well,
what?
if
well,
I want to buy a JTR sub,
Yeah,
that's
it's way more.
$4,000. nobody's
Some of us,
complaining about that I'm buying a JTR sub that's $4,000,
I know.
right?
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but
It's
to
all how
me,
you want to spend your money.
Well,
yeah, but to me,
there's a
most people,
caveat to that. It's more than just how you want to spend your money. It's also to back up what Ike's saying. It's also how you want to spend your time. Because
Correct.
for someone like me that's been in the engineering community for years into the detailed weeds of this stuff, doing MKV is trivial.
Oh yeah.
No different than building sound panels. My dad was a carpenter. I was just trained by happenstance, and I have tools. If you don't have tools, you don't have the know-how to do
Right.
carpentry or
Exactly.
your electronics. That's weeks of reading and learning, and how much is your time worth? So that's the big thing. And people, you only hear from people like me, and not necessarily me, I'm the outlier, that say, oh, it's so much easier to do Plex. Well, yeah, for you. Like, this
Right.
is nothing for you. It's like a professional racer taking a corner at 90 mile an hour.
Look, we all just
Dude,
see me
you're gonna
struggle.
not take that corner.
We all just see
Yeah.
me struggle and just getting this camera to line up on here, right? And I consider myself a technical guy.
Some people can hang drywall. Some people takes years.
Yes.
You got different people, It just, it's just
Hey, I'm going to give you an update. I got 3 pieces of drywall left to hang.
you know what?
Oh, dude. Good
so we
stuff.
got what? One more year? Is that one more year?
No. I'm hoping that, I do have a busy month with so my office is moving. So I have to move my office. And then I have, for my other business, I have a sale. Those of you that don't know about my business, I own a business also that I distribute Pepperidge Farm cookies to grocery stores in a geographical area. That particular business has a buy one, get one for the next 5 weeks because of back to school. So I'm going to be
Nice.
busy as heck.
I love those.
So, yeah.
They're great cookies.
So, but yeah, let's get to this unboxing.
Yeah. But while you do that, I just
Go
want to
ahead and talk.
outline for the audience what it takes to make your own server. You got to have a PC. You have to buy the right, like a 4K Blu-ray player. You probably have to flash the firmware to get it to work, or else it's not going to be able to read the disc. Then you have to rip the disc. You have to have some kind of NAS, which will cost you at least
Or storage
$500 to
device.
$600. You got to buy the hard drives. That'll add up to about, let's say, add another $500 to $600 in hard drives. Where am I? We're talking about $1,500, $2,000 already. To do that, plus your time.
Ooh, it comes with a
cool.
cable even.
Look at that.
That's like a fancy one. Yeah.
So it's not, and it's complicated. It's a learning curve. But once you got the setup, I have a PC with 2 drives, not just one. I got a 4K drive and a normal Blu-ray drive, which I've had for ages.
I'm assuming that was a Cat 6 cable? Don's on
Cat
mute.
6A.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice, man. That comes. Is that?
Yeah. Fancy.
Yeah, very fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got your power brick?
Power brick. Yep.
Strato V.
I think what I'm trying to say is that I think the $4,000 is reasonable.
Dude, that is. Now,
Yeah.
granted, you're getting
I
storage
agree.
involved.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
I think they hit the mark on it.
Yeah.
Frankly, it could have been a little lower, but yeah, that's still. I'm not hating on them for the 4. I'm not.
I think they could have kept the price and added a little more memory, drive space, But to me,
I agree. It could have been.
50 movies, I think, would have been like.
Yeah, it could be 2 terabytes. So that
I think people would have been, or maybe even 100.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
would have been.
Strato S holds 80, I think, or 80 to 100, and
Strato S holds 100. 6
that was 100. There you go.
Yeah.
your moving watching lifestyle just has to match up with it. If you're not watching 2, 3, 4 movies like consistently every other week or every week, you're just gonna have a $4,000 gear sitting in your cart your rack and not really using it.
That's good.
I don't know.
That's a nice piece of equipment. You know,
Yeah, it looks good, baby. Yeah,
great.
that thing.
Does it feel dense? I mean,
Yeah, it's sturdy, man. It's heavier than I thought it would be.
yeah, it's like 4 pounds. I mean, I think.
Yeah, walk us through what you have on the back of the panel. What are those?
So we got this is just a 1 gig network. That's where I think they should have put the 2.5 in here, but I don't know if the processor is strong enough, in this to handle 2.5 gigs. So that might be a reason. Then you got your video in optical, USB. I think that's a service port for them. And then you got the
yeah,
power
there you
supply.
go. Bring it up a little more. You keep dropping it down. Like, yeah, there you go. Maybe a little. It's not focused. Bring it down a little bit.
There looks good there. Yeah,
Yeah,
looks.
Yeah, network, digital. You've got HDMI video. You've got a USB. You got a IR infrared input for. I'm assuming that's for
in case
that's for like control 4 type of integration. But with that other one, that last port, what was that last port on the far right?
Control 4 would.
I believe that's a service port.
This
The
uses
very,
IP
very
control.
Oh,
So
just
this would use IP. This would use IP control. That's what my control Strato S.
Okay.
So you don't
the
need
IR is just I don't know what.
Yeah, it's probably just for a dongle in case you want to, you can have it outside your cabinet or something, or if you have it hidden in the cabinet, you can still. I don't know if it is.
Yeah, it says service port on the end, on the paper here.
Oh, it does. Okay, my bad. Okay, it's very cool. The remote is it IR or is it like a radio frequency RF? I don't know. It's a nice sleek remote. I mean,
yeah, they added some features to it too to be able to make the menus pop up. If you hit the up button, before you used to have to go into a certain menu to get to the subtitles and stuff like that. Now it will actually just bring, if you hit the up button, it'll actually bring it right into into those menus to where you can, do your subtitles and everything else like that.
So is there an IR repeater in the box or what? That's where I'm like, is the remote IR infrared? I mean, it is kind of designed to sit somewhere, That's.
I mean, it would. I think it's probably be in a rack out of sight for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
But I think once you're at this level, you're looking to Kaleidescape, you might have a Control 4, or you maybe are using.
Oh, I'm registering my Kaleidescape right now with the serial number. Hold on. Where's your blue tape, man?
It's okay.
I'm not worried.
Nobody do that.
I can make a phone call very easily to have that.
There you go.
The question is, how's Don even going to test out the Stratos V, man?
So I'm going to test it out. I have a 43-inch TV monitor that I use for my computer, and it has a DV in it. So, and then I'm going to be connecting it to my 5 gig Ethernet directly to it. So I'm going to put it to the test on downloading and everything else. So we're going to get that set up here. I'm going to set everything up on a capture card. Why does this camera keep shutting off?
I want to know. I already have
I wonder if it has DCP, digital rights stuff. If you plug it into a capture card, would it blank it out? I don't know. I've seen that.
Yeah, I got 2 cameras, so I can always set it up to record my screen. It's not a problem. Yeah. That's what I did before when I ran the GUI for When I ran the GUI for Zapiti, I just hooked up 2 cameras.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Eric confirmed. Yeah. HDCP.
Man,
Yeah.
I just want to know, why didn't they see the Kaleidescape logo on the back? Why didn't they put that on the front with the color? Like, what's up? They cheaped out on
there's
the
a light
front?
up in the
Oh,
front. It
Yeah.
lights up. Yep.
okay. Then
Yeah.
that's way cooler. Okay.
And you can
I was
actually
like,
control.
something's missing. How are they going to cheap out on their own logo? Like, they
So
silk
You can
screen
actually
that bad
control the
boy?
brightness on that too, so you can turn
Oh,
it on and
okay.
off.
So it has multiple. Oh, so they went all out.
Yeah.
That's where that extra $1,000 came from.
That was
They
on
put
all.
like 5
That's on all
LEDs in there.
that's on all the Kaleidescapes.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't have 5 of them. I only have the old. I don't think the
So
old.
I'll plug it
original
in so that we can see what it looks like.
So one thing
white
when
chassis
you were
ones.
mentioning the whole renting thing, I forgot to mention that if you there are a lot of times that if you buy the you can do the disc to digital, and it's cheaper to just buy the disc to digital for $5
That is true.
instead of paying the. I've seen that, like, a lot of I have 500 or 600 discs, and I'm still putting them all in to get my digital offers, and a lot of them are rental $8, and you can buy them for $5. So I've been slowly buying more of them,
Yep.
So I'm just little by little doing like 5 to 10 a month, just to build it up. So if you have a library, I would absolutely recommend getting one of those external Blu-ray players to put on top of the thing, or to not register, catalog all your discs.
My camera. There
Oh,
it goes.
okay.
Camera
But it's
finally
not
focused.
color. Oh, okay.
Does it
Right.
give you a static discount rate on disc? It depends. It varies. There are a lot. You'd be surprised. There are a lot of discs that are $4.92. Those are the best ones. That's as cheap as the 4K gets, and I would say at least 50% or more of my Blu-rays have shown up for 4K up. If they do have the 4K upgrade, it's $4.92, which I think is a solid deal. It's almost worth buying them at that price, even if you already own them, because it's almost like a backup in a way. Some people
Man,
probably.
this is the best worst unboxing I've seen.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
keep
saying.
looking at a black screen and a fuzzy logo. Come on, man. What are you trying to do?
That's
Yeah.
a cheap camera. That's a Canon Rebel. I gotta buy another camera for my
A Rebel, dude. Those are pretty good.
for my overhead.
You got to give them light.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
or get a very.
That's why it's the home theater hub, right? We're not trying to fake it and make it perfect, man. It's
Yep. This is as
you know,
real as it gets, right? We're all either, you know, we're telling the good things or we're telling the bad things.
look at Adrian's cute face, So you got full screen. Like, how better can he get? So
I know. You're gonna see a lot of people drop now.
nah.
Let me try to get back to the 4 guests here. Ike's got this thing all labeled all crazy, man.
But yeah,
Four guests. There we go.
this digital's legit. So,
I have that thing in the simplest format that I hope anybody can understand.
I'm buying StreamYard, so next time that I have to do this, we will be going from StreamYard because it's so much easier
Please,
to use.
thank you.
all right.
It's always good to have. We've been having this conversation for the last year now, so
Yeah, I'll be purchasing StreamYard after this mess.
Yeah,
good.
Don's like me. I think one
If you
time-
can't tell, I like simplistic, right?
Exactly why Don has a Kaleidescape.
well,
Exactly.
he's like, when he gets mad enough, he'll spend money. I have it's an old story, but I had a tire that was low, and I went to a gas station and it was just out of service. I went to another one, put the money in, and it didn't work. And then I went to a third gas station, and the thing was just ripped off. Like it didn't say out of service. I got so pissed. I went to a place and bought like I got a good deal on it, but I bought like an $800 air compressor. I was like, put that damn thing in my van. I'm going home and airing out my effing tires right now. I was like, I am never gonna have this problem again.
Exactly.
Eight
I
hundred
was,
dollar air compressor. Oh, I mean, like for a shop,
yeah,
like the
yeah. I
power
have like
tools and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
That's cool. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. It's a smaller, like I think a 30 gallon or
I mean,
maybe
do you wrench on stuff and do you
not
use
it. We oh yeah. I have a full service garage. Yeah, I have a lift in my garage.
then
Yeah.
what do you I know we're going off topic, but what do you drive? I'm just curious.
I am more of a motorcycle guy. I have
Okay.
a Yamaha FJR, an Indian FTR, an '82 Corvette, and I just sold my Highlander, and I have a cross track. So
Okay.
that's
So you got
that's my. But I'm a motorcycle guy, so I like I've had the Vet for years. I've replaced the servo seal, the fuel pump, the so which required me to drop the transmission. Uh, I mean, I do all the major things that you could imagine. Drop the engine in the Highlander to replace the motor mounts and stuff
wow.
like that. But it's
That's impressive.
it's a time versus money thing, right? It's like, okay, my dad also did mechanic. He never was a mechanic, but he was very mechanically inclined. So once you learn how to do stuff, it's like, well, I'm not gonna pay someone to change my oil whenever I can. Dude, I do the Famoto valve. I don't know if you know that. Like, you don't even have to with the cross track. If I'm in a hurry, I don't even have to put that thing on a lift or nothing. I can just reach underneath there, pull a lock, twist a valve, drain the oil, lock it back up, and then change the filter and fill it up. I can do it like super quick with the Famoto valves. Those things are amazing.
Where's the oil filter? Is it on the bottom or is it on the top like some
It's on the
European?
top.
Okay, so it's
Yep.
like my car.
Yep.
I have
Yep.
never changed oil in a car, and so, but
Some
I
of
know a
them
lot
can
about cars. I
be.
just don't. I don't do any mechanicking stuff. So
Yeah. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Again, it's just like anything.
it's a time
If
versus money thing. Yeah, I hear you.
Yep, exactly, and an
Yep.
experience thing, right? I mean, if you're not into the just like the K-scape, and people that are like, oh, plexes, like, why would you pay for? It's like, well, if you know how to do all this stuff, you're not even close to the target audience. Like,
I'll
what?
be
Well, let's-
sure. I'll be sure to drive my cars right through Jiffy Lube or
Yep,
wherever.
there you go.
for-
Exactly.
I'll pay my
Yep.
$90 for the synthetic oil change, and
Yep.
I'm not breaking out the oil filter pan, and I mean the oil pan and the jacks, and nope. Same thing goes with the Kaleidescape. I got better
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah.
than
No,
you.
I hear you. I hear you, man. And it's
Um,
one of those things that, it's kind of therapeutic. You know what I mean? It's just, like some people garden, it's like you can pay a gardener,
oh yeah, it's a hobby.
but
Mhm.
yeah, it's just another hobby. So,
Yeah, I build my own computers. I don't buy them pre-built. So I just
and I used to do that. And with
so,
what I do now for a living, I do not build computers anymore. I'm like, nope, I don't even want to touch computers whenever I'm off work. I'm like,
understood.
Mac Mini. That's it. That's all I got. That's like I don't want to.
I mean,
Don't say OS to me. It's a bad word. So yeah, it's all good times. Good times.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, Adrian, what's some movies that you've watched lately? You tend to consume a lot of movies from
Yeah,
our previous discussions.
I saw the Horizon movie.
Oh,
There's
nice.
Yeah, didn't get it on Kscape because I have a. I'm sorry, I will not pay $40.
Yeah.
And I know that's like a studio thing.
Hmm.
It's that one. I think it's MGM or Warner Brothers. So I just cannot.
Yeah, I'm
I
waiting on a couple of them to come down too. Bad Boys, the new Bad Boys, before I purchase it.
Yeah,
I'm
for
waiting
that one,
Horizon to come down.
I thought about Bad Boys, but then I was like, nah, I'll just wait.
So I
for
heard it's an excellent home theater
yeah, I heard
experience.
good things.
So
But yeah,
that would
Horizon
be
was
the
pretty
reason
good.
why I would purchase that, because the
I
video
think,
is supposed to be like a 10 out of 10, and the
right.
audio right up there with it too.
Yeah, I think Shane Lee did something on that.
I haven't
Uh,
seen that yet.
yeah. So Horizon, I think Horizon was 25. I just got it on iTunes. I wanted to see it, and so it was okay. It was, if you're into westerns, it's pretty good. You know,
Okay.
you don't see. I think it's not a spoiler, but you don't even see Kevin Costner for the first hour.
Oh wow.
So
Hey, Doug,
I wouldn't.
can you
I don't think
switch
that's.
back? Can you the four screen?
What's that?
So we're not just. Can you switch back to the
Yeah,
four screen?
put
Like the
put us back on
Oh,
instead
I'm
of the
sorry.
big.
I thought I did that. I forgot to press
No.
publish.
I also saw. I did see Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes because I think that one was $25, and that was great. I enjoyed it. That was pretty good.
You know the Twister movie that the
Twisters, yeah.
Atmos mix has been out for a while
You
over
mean the original?
Europe. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, I heard that that's incredible. I
Yeah,
haven't seen it
the
though.
new one, the new Atmos that just came out 4K, not the
Well,
German version.
I don't know that the Atmos mix is any different. The difference is
It is.
now it's
It's a whole
4K.
different mix.
Mm.
It's an entire different mix compared to the German version that was put out, and
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it,
we have to see that. I think I have the disc somewhere. I haven't gotten to the teas yet,
Because
and
the
my disc
other
the
one, I
digital.
don't know,
I
was
may
it
have to put
German?
that one in.
It was Oro 3D and Atmos. The
mhm.
other one.
yeah, I pre-ordered it. I haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah,
So
Big Jack says it's a different mix also. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's a
trying to think
100%
of
different
anything
mix.
else.
One thing that I saw a TikTok of people in the 4DX of the new movie, the new Twister. Man,
Okay.
those seats were violent. I mean, people were like jumping around.
Oh,
I want to go see
Wow.
it. We have a
I've
4DX.
never done one of those.
We have a 4DX in Dania Point, and it's real close to Miami, about a half hour from Miami, about a half hour from where I'm at. I think I'm going to have to make a trip there. So,
Trying to see what else I've seen. Uh,
so
I saw
while you're looking
I
that
saw the
up,
Bike Riders, the Bike Rider movie. I
Bike
think
Rider,
You'd
okay.
like that. The Bike Rider movie. I don't know if you've seen it, Paul. You'd probably
I
like it.
haven't. I
It's
haven't
about
seen
the
it.
Vandal. It's pretty good. It's a drama, historical drama. Um, Tom Hardy does a great accent in that movie, like killer accent, like top Tom Hardy accent. Solid. I mean, if you're into motorcycles, man, I think you'd really like it, Paul.
I probably
So
would then, without a
it's
doubt.
on. You'd have to rent it. It's on. I mean, I saw it on Casecape, but it was not bad. I'd recommend.
Yeah,
If
you'll
you're,
have to.
it
man,
sort of had like the
hey,
Goodfellas kind of vibe
wait,
in a way.
gotta love Adrian is enjoying the Kaleidescape, man.
I am.
Like a
The
brand
Price is Right.
new
The movies.
Yeah,
yeah. No, look,
he's allowed to use a K-scape.
yeah, of course. Look, it, going back to the case game, it's not for everyone. You know what I mean? There's a lot of hatred on it, and it's mainly because of the price. And I truly believe it's because it's almost obtainable for some people, right? So it's just out of the reach for some people, so it's almost right there. And look, if they were selling that thing for $1,000, every home and theater enthusiast would own one, right? So,
Oh,
Even with
still don't,
even the
I still
soundbar guys would
mhm.
jump on
I
that
still
stuff.
don't, I don't think it's hate. I just feel like I think we live in a world now where people feel like if you apply enough pressure, you might just get what you're asking for. So I don't necessarily think it's hate, right? So I don't mind paying 4 grand for it. But if it comes out at 2 grand, will I still buy it? I will be more excited if it came out at
Right.
cheaper, right? So
Man, and
I don't think it's a hate. I just think it's people understanding that the landscape we live in, if you ask for it hard enough, you might just get.
Yeah. I mean, look,
Because companies now have to really make good adjustments, based on the feedback that they get. So, I feel like if there wasn't a lot of noise about the price point in the last year, we probably would have not gotten the Stratus V, right?
I,
If a lot of people didn't push back about it, we probably would still be paying 4K for an entry Stratus C, and then another 6 to 8, 10 grand for the storage.
Yeah, I think it was a
You-
mistake for them to move away from the Strato S. Um,
yeah,
they should have put this in its place right away. You know, but yeah, I mean, before they took away the Strato S, because it did make it very, very hard for people at a 10 grand, 9 grand entry price to obtain this, unit. But a lot of stuff that I've purchased secondhand. Adrian, I think you got your Strato S secondhand. My
3,500
Kaleidescape,
bucks on eBay.
yeah, I paid 3 grand for mine, so it was right there with
Wow.
yours.
Yeah.
And the only reason I got the 3 grand is because myself and John Anthony bought one from someone that was switching. He had 2 Strato S's, so we were able to negotiate. If we take both of them from you, we'll take
give you
them
six
from you
grand
for
total.
6 grand total. So, and that was
Not bad.
the deciding factor.
How much were
But,
they new? Were they 5 or 6? I don't remember.
6 grand, I think.
Yeah, so that's
Back then.
50%.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, so there's other avenues to get into this, right? If you still can't, because I after this came out, the Strato V, I don't see how the Strato S is going to continue to sell for $3,500, right? Not when you can get a brand new Strato
I
V,
know.
right? So
It's a
I would
trade-off.
imagine they would have to come down around 2 grand.
That's what I was. I
something
even
like
mentioned
that.
that in my last video. It might bring the price down. I don't know if it's going to go to 2, but it could be in the 2s, definitely.
Yeah,
I
2,500,
I
2
can see
grand,
it.
somewhere in there.
I mean, the people that have them are probably going to hold on to them for dear life, because you do get 6 times the amount of space, and it's a trade-off. If you plan ahead, like I see a new movie that I want to see, like Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I saw it was out at 10 a.m. and I hit the download button and I
Look,
I
I
had
get
it.
an email. I get an email from Kaleidescape every Tuesday telling me what's out. I click on it while I'm at work, and I buy my movies then, right? So they
Yeah, takes an
download before
hour.
I even get home.
Hour's
Right?
doable. I mean, if you could do it before dinner, and by the time you're done eating, maybe you load the dishwasher. You're
Yeah.
watching a movie.
Yeah,
You
so
know, and
I
then
look forward to diving into this for you guys. Appreciate everyone being here tonight. I look forward to diving into this for everyone and putting some videos out and just the beginning stages of setting it up. But in the meantime, until that does come out, go over and check out Tech Enthusiasm's channel. He's done a lot of videos on it. He actually had a live stream yesterday for 3 hours. So go over there. He was on our channel last week. Getting back to stuff that we watched, I watched the whole series of Presumed Innocent on Apple TV Plus.
oh yeah, how'd you
And
like that?
That is excellent.
Okay, I haven't. I have to put. I've been meaning to watch it. It's on my list. I haven't seen it though.
That is excellent. It is a remake. So for those of you that saw the
Yeah,
movie,
there's an old movie, right? I think,
Yeah.
or 2 movies.
yeah. So it's
Yeah, I'll
it's
put it on my
great.
list.
Jake Gyllenhaal does a fantastic job in that movie.
Oh, he's always great.
Or in that show. Just does a great job. But it's really good. Also, my son loves the new Despicable Me movie, so we've been to the theater 3 times to see it.
Oh,
So
Wow. I went once already. So
I will say it's your standard Despicable Me movie. Once you got
Yeah.
4 of them, it's it's the same thing. But
Hey, as long as they don't change the formula, I'm okay.
Yeah, it's
Because I think they're
entertaining.
amazing.
Yeah,
they're a lot of fun.
yeah, it's entertaining.
like
I don't think it was as
yeah,
good as the
I
first or second one, but
Yep,
it
I
was-
told one of my Marine buddies about it, and he was like, "What? A cartoon?" And then he watched it. He was like, "Dude, that was funny as shit."
So one
Yeah,
of my
he was
favorite
like,
movies
okay.
of all time is Toy Story. I mean,
So,
I
yeah,
can
it's
watch
classic.
this thing 1,000 times and still find a new joke. You know, if you're not paying attention, there's jokes in there that are just visual, that there's no words even being said that you have to pay attention for. So
And there's some
it's
jokes on there too.
yeah,
None kid.
it's a masterpiece. Yeah, it really is.
So like
Yeah.
Eric just saw 2001. Congrats. It's a
Yeah,
good
I
one.
know. It is crazy how if you don't know, you just don't know. And I'm sure there's movies we've all seen there. Like, like he's saying, once you watch the original, you're just like, oh, but at the same time, sometimes that ruins it, right? Like you can watch a movie that's like a 15th remake of something. You're like, okay, yeah, I've seen that. Like I've seen that exact storyline. It's like, okay, it's different graphics or whatever. So it is funny though to watch something really old and realize, oh my god, that's where this movie, or this reference or that reference or this, you know.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention before I forget that I just saw Dark Matter. It's on Apple TV. What a mind blowing show!
Oh wow.
I saw previews for that. I'm
Oh my god! If you're into science fiction, it's some of the it's it's really good. I mean, I cannot recommend that enough.
yeah, I'm gonna
And
have
if
to
you have
try that.
there's an and the there's another Apple TV one as well that I can't recommend enough. I love science fiction. It's my favorite genre by far. Uh, it's called. Let me look it up.
I did not watch any movies, but the only thing that I really watched was I'm watching a series called Holy Moly. It's a miniature golf competition series, and it has Rob Riggle on it and another co-host. Rob Riggle's a Kansas City like local
Okay.
guy, but he's a famous guy, but he's from the KC area, so you got to support your own, But it's it's Holy Moly is the
So there's
is
another
the
one called Lady in the
there-
Lake that I'm interested in looking at too. I like all the thrillers and whodunits and stuff like that. So there's another one on Apple TV Plus that they've been promoting to me that I definitely
Foundation.
want to check out. Oh yeah, I've heard about Foundation.
Oh my god, that's every time I tell some if you're even remotely into science fiction, it's incredible. Like so good. Really well acted. It looks like a big budget movie. Like the special effects are incredible, and it's just a show. And it's sort of Game of I don't know. It's the scale of the show is just immense. It's immense. Sort of people compare it a lot to the show for Battlestar Galactica in a way.
Okay.
oh, now you got my interest. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. Yeah,
You have
because
Apple
I
TV
used
Plus,
to.
Paul?
Jessica has it,
Oh,
Apple
okay.
TV. I don't know if it's
Yeah, it's also on. So I've been a lot of Apple TV Plus has been killing it, man. For me, at least.
Yeah.
Some of the best. I don't even watch that much on Netflix anymore. Obviously, I'm never going to cancel Netflix because it's like, but
the
it's,
only I'm really shy on any series. I'm like, man, because I don't know, 5 years, whatever. They always start some series that I really love, and then it's just like,
well,
oh, we're 80% through, and you're at the pinnacle of and then it's sorry, we ran out of budget, and I just can't get over that phobia. I hate that. I don't. Even if it ends poorly, at least end the goddamn thing. Don't just leave me
Dark
half-ass
Matter
hate.
is a miniseries, so it's just one season. So
Mm.
they nailed it like from beginning to.
And
It always starts-
those I can get I can get
yeah,
behind, but I always wait until everyone
it's a limited
else.
series, so
Yeah,
it,
that
it's good.
I don't mind. So, but that has to
I,
be well
I'm about,
defined.
I'm about to hang up and go back to having a great time, but so I'm not holding up everyone from having fun tonight. So
Well, you're not
you
holding
guys,
me up. I'll be hanging up myself here shortly. I got to work
Yeah,
tonight.
Yeah,
I
we're
gotta
we're
go.
probably going to cut this one short today. We're not going to go the full time. I did just want to touch on. I don't know if you guys saw on the YouTube, Arundel's YouTube page, they have a
See you, man.
They have a video that shows the Arundels.
I did not see that.
No, I haven't either.
Yeah, I would highly suggest going over to see those. It's they look a lot like the Perlissons. They kind of fold over. Adrian, I'm going to get you up here in 1 second. Sorry. So the waveguide, like the grill folds over the waveguide. I couldn't get my screen to share, but I mean, they look really, really interesting. They dropped a teaser video.
Arundel.
Oh yeah, on their webpage, not webpage, YouTube channel.
YouTube
So-
channel. Okay.
It's not on the webpage? Okay.
They keep a.
Is it Arundel or Arundel?
Arendal.
Oh, I know. I found it, but how do you pronounce it? Arundel or Arundel?
Some people call them Arendelle. Some people call them Arundel. They say they don't care. Just talk about it.
Where are they
I
made
think it's
again?
Arendelle, though. What is it?
About Us. Let me see.
Let's see. I think it's.
I thought it was
somewhere
Europe.
overseas. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Well, I'm looking at this teaser intro to Revolution 1528 series. That's not it because it doesn't show anything but an 8 or an infinity sign, whatever you want to call it. But it looks like the number
It was on
8.
their YouTube channel.
Well, I'm on their YouTube channel, and it
Oh,
says
okay.
teaser introducing the Revolutionary 1528 series, and then it just keeps teasing to just snow falling with an 8. So did they accidentally leak?
I don't know. I had some screenshots to share because I took screenshots of the video, but
Mhm.
I couldn't. I can't get this stupid eCam to work properly, so it keeps showing the background of my desktop rather than showing the actual forefront. So I don't know what's wrong with it, but yeah, I highly suggest you check that out.
I will.
They do some slow pan on the speakers, and they look phenomenal. You can only see like the waveguide and maybe the mid range or tweeter, going in, wrapping into the actual waveguide, the grill of the mid range. It looks pretty nice.
I'll definitely check it out, man.
Let's see if
Yep, I'm looking. I don't. Let me go to popular. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
see
I don't want
it.
to start playing a video on my laptop just to.
1528 series experience precision with our advanced 3-way design. Okay, it's 1528 series experience precision with our advanced 3-way design. Okay, that's the video name.
So there's a picture.
And
Wow.
okay,
Yeah, it does
let me-
sort of give me that Perlisson vibe
Mm-hmm.
a little bit.
a little bit. I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
Perlisson's got the 3 tweeter thing, I think. I mean, that's very cool.
yeah, it might be pretty cool. I mean, it's wrapping around. It's got, but that doesn't look okay. That's, I guess, a little ovalish. But is that good or is that bad?
Yeah, you're right. It is like a oval waveguide there. So those things,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to hear them. That's for sure. What's up, Johnny? Thanks for joining. Johnny says to check out the TV series Hotel Cocaine. It's a great show.
Thank you.
We'll have to check that out.
What a good recommend. Definitely got now. I got Presumed Innocence to watch.
Yeah, it's only
been watching
7. No, it's 8 episodes, and it's completely done, so you can binge watch it.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
So
Now
yeah,
so that I could do that. Yep. So
yeah, because I had to wait. Actually, I think they messed up because I had to wait for episode 7, which was supposed to come out this week, and then it just automatically played the last episode for me. So it was awesome. I just watched it.
That's awesome.
So yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for this stream. Sorry for the janky control of the boards here. I hate Ecamm. But
You did great, man.
no, I appreciate it. Adrian, thanks for joining this week. Definitely appreciate it. You know, you're always welcome. Paul, thanks for joining in. I know we all got a little bit of stuff to do. I got to wake up early tomorrow. So if you guys would like to be a guest on the show, please send us an email at, what is it? hometheaterhublive@gmail.com. I know I have 2 theater tours lined up in the next 2 weeks. Want to try to get back to doing some theater tours too. So I have the guy from Jeff that was on here earlier. He's going to be coming on next week from Deep Sea Sound. He's going to give us a tour of his theater. And then August 8th, Casey's very popular on the Facebook groups and does a lot of responding in the Kaleidescape and other groups. He's got an awesome theater. So look forward to having him on the show also to show off his theater on the 8th. So we got a couple back-to-back. Love to get some more people. Johnny, got to get you on here too, man. Get you to show your theater. So, but anyway, thank you everyone for joining tonight. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week.
See you guys.
Later.
Thank you.